It's 1 week after the conduct of the Kogi and Bayelsa states elections, which held on November the 16th this year. Although those elections have been won and lost, their outcome were heavily criticized by some observer groups.
These people had free movement, they disrupted elections, and those who've done that are known to the law, and they must be held responsible, they must be prosecuted, and there has to be consequences. Our position is, because of state complicity, people feel they can do whatever they want without consequences.
There was a disconnect of the security architecture of the 2019 governorship elections in Bayelsa State and the reality on ground as observed by our coalition as violent crimes, conspiracy to sabotage the nation state of Nigeria was displayed without recourse to laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria nor the fundamental human rights of citizens.
Drawing from the lessons learned in all the post-1999 elections in Nigeria, some leaders of political pressure groups believe that more still need to be done with the country's electoral laws if future elections are to be credible than they are currently.
The president needs to understand that he has to leave a good legacy. I think the legacy at this time is very, very bad. This president needs to realize that this country needs electoral reform. What has been proposed is what could help to trigger huge improvements in the electoral process, and he needs to drive it, he needs to push it and get it to pass. There are proposals at this time pending in the National Assembly, some bills within the National Assembly for electoral reform, and I think that all persons concerned should work in concert to try to clean up our electoral process. Nobody will be saved if this process collapses, and the way we are going with Kogi, elections in 2023 would be very, very catastrophic.
I think it's very critical that we introduce an amendment to our electoral law that confers more legality on the guidelines issued by INEC and perhaps bring it to be at par with the Electoral Act. The third critical issue and at the heart of reforms to the electoral law is around electoral offenses. And we need an electoral offenses commission that needs to be established to try every form of electoral offense.
Elections are the only legitimate means of choosing political leaders in a true democracy. Hence, some political actors in Nigeria believe that it is important that the electoral laws are strengthened to enable votes count.